Hey guys, Trainer Bacaz here, and again, we're talking about making fire in the winter here, and I just want to show you that these dried out reeds here, these things are great to ignite when we're making a fire in the winter. And as you can see, there's still some snow on the ground here, so it's definitely still winter time. And so what I want to do is I want to pluck off some of these reeds here along with this fluff here. This fluff is excellent for making fire. If you want to get something going real quick, this is something that's really good to use. You can see how dry it is, and even though that it's snowy outside, you'll find this in damp areas that grows in damp mossy areas, and these reeds are excellent for making fire. If you're in an emergency situation where you need to make fire fast, if you can find some of these dry reeds, I definitely encourage you to find it. And then we're going to use some of these grasses too. We're going to see how well these burn. And I'm going to show you that in just 1 minute. Hey guys, and I'm going to pick up some of these dried reeds that are on the ground here, and I'm going to see how flammable or ignitable they are compared to the fluff that I just picked a little bit ago here. So let's see what happens. Let's see how easily these ignite as well. Hey YouTube, I also found some cattails here, and I'm going to harvest this, and I'm going to add this to my experiment. I'm going to see just how ignitable cattails are. Hey YouTube, Trainer Bacaz is coming at you. We are outside today, and it's a great day to be outside. I hope you're outside and enjoying this great weather too. It is still winter time though. There's still plenty of snow and ice on the ground. And I'm going to be showing you today how to make a winter fire. I'm going to show you how to be using 3 different types of fibers to make those fires. We're going to be using all natural fibers. We're going to be using refined fibers. And we're going to be using man-made fibers. And now what I'm looking for and what I'm going to demonstrate is the ignitability of these fires versus sustainability to create a larger fire from your base. So I'm going to go over that with you right now. I'm going to show you and demonstrate this. Come on with me. Hey guys, now I'm going to demonstrate the fibers that I'm going to use and show you exactly what it is that I'm going to use. I brought all my stuff in my trusty backpack, and basically the first thing I'm going to show you is natural fibers. Now I have this fluffy stuff here, which I honestly don't know the name of, but if you want to leave a comment below and let me know what this is, that would be awesome. I also have some of these dried reeds that I picked up, and I'm going to show you how flammable this is as well. So I'm going to demonstrate this, and again, I'm looking for ignitability versus sustainability. So that's what I want to show you. And then I also have some cattails here. I want to show you this also. Something that I have too is pine needles. Now, we all know that pine needles burn very well, but what is their ignitability versus sustainability? So I'm going to show you that as well. Those are green, and I have some dried out ones here as well. I'm going to show you that. There's some more reeds here. Now, as far as the refined fibers, okay, I've got a sock in which I'm going to cut into slices, in which I already have. I'm going to see how ignitable these are versus sustainability for a fire. I have some dryer lint, which is also a refined cotton fiber. So we're going to see how ignitable this is versus sustainability. I have some Vaseline cotton balls, and I'm going to show you this as well. But what I also have is some shipping grade cardboard, and what I also have is some pasta cardboard here, and I'm going to show you whether or not this is ignitable or sustainable, and I'm going to show you that right now. Hey YouTube, so now I'm going to show you how ignitable versus sustainable this fluffy stuff is. And again, if you know the name of what this actually is, please leave it in the comments below. And we're not talking about lighting this with a lighter or a match. We're talking about using a ferrocerium rod or a flint and steel, and we're going to see just how long it takes to get this ignited. So let's see what happens. And there it goes. Oh, just went out. And there we have it. See how fast that is? Now, this only gives you a limited time to get your fire going. What you need to do is you need to have your other pieces of tinder ready, so when you put on this, you can build to a bigger fire. But as you can see, this is very ignitable. It didn't take long to get this going at all. It's very, very ignitable. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and put this out before we do any harm. Okay, so the next thing we're going to use the cattail here. We're going to see how ignitable versus flammable this is. And I'm going to break this open a little bit. Let's see what we can do here. Alright, I got that fluffed up pretty good. Let's see what happens. So I have an ember there. And again, this isn't going to burn. This is just going to smolder, okay? So what you can do is, while this is smoldering, you could then take something like this. And there we go. We now have a fire. Okay? We got this lit. It did take a little longer than what I expected it to, but as you can see, it's clearly on fire, and that is from the cattail. So let's put this out. Alright guys, let's try these reeds. Let's see if these are ignitable or sustainable. As you can see, I'm getting some great spark in there, but it's not really taken off. This may be more sustainable than ignitable. Alright YouTube, we're going to use the last of the natural fibers, and that's going to be the pine cones. But I can already tell you, this is not ignitable. This is going to be flammable or sustainable. I'm going to label this sustainable. Alright YouTube, moving on, we're going to go to some refined fibers. And what I consider refined is a cotton sock, Vaseline cotton balls, and these are strips of the cotton sock. And we have some dryer lint. These are what I call refined fibers. Let's see if these are ignitable or sustainable. Using my pine needles as a base, let's see if this is sustainable or ignitable. There it goes. So dryer lint is ignitable. There we have it. That didn't take long at all. Alright, let's move on to the refined cotton, like the cotton sock. Do you think this is going to be ignitable or sustainable? Well, it seems as though the sock isn't so readily ignitable, so this may be sustainable. Let's try one of my all-time favorites, a Vaseline cotton ball. Is this going to be ignitable or sustainable? It's ignitable. And to finish up our experiment today, I have cardboard. I have a food grade pasta type cardboard, and I have a regular box type cardboard. Now I can already tell you that neither of these are ignitable by a flint and steel or a ferrocerium rod. To get these ignited, you're going to have to use a flame. So I'm not even going to try these, okay? I've tried this before many times. It's very, very hard to get these going. But what have we learned today? What we've learned is that the difference between ignitability and sustainability is what can get you to a larger fire. Now, the ignitability is critical because what you want to do is in your first 30 seconds of having that fire ignited, that's what's going to get you to a big fire. So having these little things here, these accessories that are sustainable, which then lead to larger pieces of wood to build your fire, is what's critical. The first 2 minutes of building a fire is by far the most critical. I hope you learned something today, and I hope that you go out and try this yourself. Let me know if you do what you find out. We'll see you again next time.